a shot at first, and then just, time's running out, so it's kind of a launch, isn't it?
Yeah, I just try to just make a play at the end, defensively, do the best I can, tie the game up, which I did. It's obviously the last play defensively, it was just a tough shot, made the shot, so so much I can do on that.
Can you just kind of walk through the defense in those last seconds? Obviously, there's no timeout and nothing's being set up, so just kind of what you saw.
I thought I had a good defensive possession there. I thought I did the right thing instead of letting him drive and settle for the shot towards the end. It was just, he made the shot and he capitalized on the shot.
Can you talk a little bit about the emotions right now?
It's tough. Once again, we started off lethargic, trying to chase back, get back in the game. We did it, we fought, but we just couldn't get enough stops or enough rebounds down the stretch to close the game out. That hurt us down the stretch as well.
Will you talk a little bit about having to deal with that as a group? I mean, you did a lot of things right, especially offensively, the last 5-6 possessions, but just couldn't kind of get over that hump and just try. Will you talk also about how that kind of carries over to the next game, or you don't want it to, I guess?
Well, we just have to capitalize every possession. The last 5 minutes of the game, every possession counts. So if we need to get a rebound or a great defensive stop, and that's what we need to do going into the next game. We can't, allow teams to get second chance points. So things like this will happen. It will put us in a hole, and it'll be tough for us to win the game.
You guys were very effective in those last possessions offensively, but obviously couldn't get stops defensively. Does that kind of wash away all the good that was done offensively?
Yeah, it does. No matter what we do offensively, this game is about stops. We can get the most stops down the stretch of the game, and as you can see, Akron, they made the last shot, and we got to stop before we did. So that was the altitude of the game.
What allowed you to get back into the game well? The rebounding numbers really changed. Was that part of it?
Yeah, I thought, like I said, rebounding is a weakness of ours. So we have to continue to get better at practice rebounding. If we can do that, I think we can be good down the stretch. For the remaining other 8 or 9 games, whatever how many games we got left, if we can rebound the ball and continue to get stops down the stretch of the game, we'll be okay.
To God be the glory and honor and praise. I thank him for his strength and courage that he gives me. He promised to never leave me or forsake me, so I give him all praise and honor. Hey, I give our guys credit. We kept fighting, and we gave ourselves a chance to win. Tie game with big shot by Javon, 3-pointer, tied up. 9-10 seconds ago, came down to a big shot by Diggs, and that's something that he's capable of doing. That's something I've seen him do before. But looking through the whole game, our fight is what gave us a chance, because there were certain areas of the game that we needed to control. The defensive backboard, I thought, was a big key. I thought we did a good job against Demetrius Treadwell. We hit a couple of big baskets, out of bounds play basket, and he hit tap in. But overall, I thought we did a good job against Treadwell, and but we hurt ourselves on second chance points, and we hurt ourselves at the free throw line. You know, we shot more free throws than they did, but when you're playing at home, when you're playing first place team in the league, you can't hurt yourself. And then the turnovers, you know, we hurt ourselves, especially in the first half. But we answered runs, we fought back, we went down 14 in the second half. We were down maybe 10 in the first half, 25-15. We kept fighting back. We went down 10 in the second half. Late, with 9 minutes to go, we went down 10. We fought back. So we answered runs. And, you know, our guys, you know, I just, they can do great things. You know, we can do great things. Our guys are capable. They just, we get off to these slow starts, and we have to fight back, and we do. But we just got to keep grinding, keep playing. And, you know, but our guys, they fought. They fought to the end. Akron hit the ball and made a big shot.
You mentioned, you know, keep grinding, keep playing on. I mean, how tough is it, though, to kind of get the mindset, keep going, man, keep going?
How would you mean?
After a loss like this?
What you ask me? What do you mean?
I'm just
Explain
saying,
yourself. How tough? It's bad. I mean, when you playing, first of all, I'd rather have a chance to win than not have a chance at all. And anytime you're in a competitive situation, both teams want to win. So we a few plays away from having a few more wins. We got 10 wins, we could maybe have 15. Today was a tough game, but we played, gave ourselves a chance. You're disappointed, but hey, you should be anxious to play the next game. You know, that's sports. You know, I hope they put your question on the mic. They probably won't. I hope they do. I hope they put your question on the mic. But this is baskets. This is basketball. You know, this is sports. You got to keep playing. You thank God for another game. You don't run and hide. You thank God for another game. So you ask me these questions, like the doom and gloom questions. Hey, I'm glad we had a chance to win. I wanted to win, but I'd rather be like this than not have a chance at all. That shows what we can do. So let's go to the next game. Let's have another practice. Let's watch film. Let's get better, and let's play the next game. That's how it works. That's how it works.
Well, you talked a little bit about the offensive efficiency in those last possessions, and especially against Akron, such a tough.
Well, we got to the free throw line, right? We got fouls. We tried to play inside out. Hey, players make plays. Players make plays. You know, Javon banked in a 3 to tie the game. You know, we got the ball into Rashawn. I think he 4 free throws he made. Spencer drove it and got to the free throw line, made 1 out of 2. You know, we got players that can make plays. As long as they play with courage, that's all you can ask. But we got to play with that courage from the very beginning. You know, and I don't know. You know, you coach. You coach 18 to 23-year-olds, and you're trying to push all the buttons, and you see at the end, you know, if we do the things in the body of the game, maybe we're not fighting back to tie the game 63-63 at the end. You know, we defensive rebound, we make our free throws. Who knows? Maybe we're up, you know, but we can't hurt ourselves, especially against good teams. You know, you just can't. So, but hey, our guys fought, and we had a chance to win.
Coach, this is one of the bigger attendance games for the fans here for you guys. Do you think that had an effect on you guys coming back and just continuing fighting even more to win the game?
You know what, fans is a beautiful thing. They have to see people in the stands and have them cheering for you. They can definitely energize you. And I like to thank them for coming out. I think we got a fun team to watch. I think I mean, we got a talented team to watch. I mean, and we're a team that has played some good basketball and has potential to get better. We haven't, played our best game, and I'm glad. It's exciting for our guys to see them out. It's exciting, and we want to win every game. It's been a great game to win. I know the crowd would have been excited. Our guys would have been fired up, but hey, we were this close. We came up short. We gotta keep the drilling going to the next game and get a chance to do it, and get a win the next game. So we got to keep it moving. This season and this league is it's a grind and it's a marathon. And half the teams win, half the teams lose every day of the game. So you just got to play. I've been around basketball a long time, man. You just got to keep playing. You got to keep playing. So having the fans here was great. That was great.
Coach, on the play that after Devon Tyson game, Coach Stanbrough didn't take a timeout. They got the ball down the floor. What did you see during that?
Of course, the Jays won't take the shot. That was a no-brainer. Did he score the last two baskets? I think he scored the last two baskets. He wasn't passing. He's gonna take the shot. He's a gamer. And he had just made a shot. And really, at the end of the day, the only thing he can do, if he don't turn it over, you want to get a shot, and if you miss, you go to overtime. So you can't lose it. I mean, does he turn it over and get a shot, or we get the ball back? But he was either going to win the game or send it to overtime. So and he's one of them kind of guys. He wants to be in that position. And I think today, Javon, when he hit his three, he wasn't going to pass that ball. And the play was for him to make a play. But it got to a point where I seen in his eyes, he said, I'm shooting a three. I'm going to either tie it up or whatever. And, he had a big time shot. When you play with courage, I think more than likely, if you worked at that, courageous things happen. And I seen him in the gym earlier today after we had shoot around. He was in the gym shooting, in the practice gym shooting, Javon Clark. Preparing himself. You prepare for moments like that, but I Diggs wasn't passing. He was going to shoot.
Coach, what would the decision to start JD? I just been special. Team thing. That was it.
I know it's early and the game just ended. Is there an update on Craig? Obviously, you got to play.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to have him out there. Usually the next day, you can tell with Craig. You find out the next day how he feels. He really had a couple of individual workouts, and he had one practice. But he moved good, and his condition not great, but he gave us some minutes, man. And he's a vet. That's important. So, I'm glad. Craig, he's a good guy to have on the bench and on the court. So hopefully he can stay healthy and be here for us for the rest of the year.
I understand with Parker, it was just a disciplinary thing.
Yeah.
And
And
it's done.
Yeah, it's done. He started the second half, but more of a team thing. But
Right.